For all of tonight's recipes, go to 9msn.com.au/homecooked. And for more of Julie's sumptuous meals, pick up a copy of the Australian Women's Weekly.
Welcome back to Home Cooked. Today we're looking at favourite Australian dishes, and I'm doing that with one of Australia's favourite people, swimming champion Grant Hackett.
How are you, Julie?
I'm well, thank you.
So we're going to cook up an absolute storm today, I understand?
We are indeed, and we're combining the best of the sea with the best of the land.
So a nice surf and turf, that sounds like one of my favourites.
We're going to use fillet steak, beautiful green prawns, and I do mine with a garlic and cream sauce.
I love garlic. I'm a massive garlic fan.
Okay, I'm going to start off with cooking the steaks, and I'm going to get you to peel the prawns.
Okay, no, I can do that. I'm slightly dysfunctional in the kitchen, but I can peel prawns pretty good.
Awesome. I'll get you to pass me those steaks, please.
No worries.
This is fillet steak. It's a beautiful cut. All right, so a nice hot pan, a little bit of olive oil. A non-stick pan means that you only have to use the tiniest bit of oil.
Yeah. Try and keep it as lean as possible.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to ask you, how do I get the poo out of this prawn? Because it's not, you can't just peel it back like a normal prawn. You've got to sort of slide it out.
You've got to pull it out. You've got to grab it and pull it. Oh. And if it breaks like that, you might have to split him open down the back with a knife.
Okay, no worries. I think I might do that. So I guess the big thing when it comes to seafood is knowing how fresh it is. So how do you really pick that with the seafood?
Fish and prawns shouldn't smell fishy.
Yeah.
They should smell like salt water, really.
Yeah. And these ones really haven't got any odour to them.
No, well, that's exactly how it should be.
Alrighty, so prawns all peeled, done.
This is just about ready to bring off.
So how long do you need to rest it for?
A general rule of thumb with meat is to rest it for about half as long as it's cooked for.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Probably a big roast would be a bit of an exception. You'd rest a roast for about 20 minutes. Steak, you need to rest for about 5 minutes. And that gives us just about the right amount of time to finish off our sauce. All we need to do, Grant, is saute the peeled prawns in the same pan that the meat was cooked in for about 2 minutes. Then set the prawns aside to rest. Saute some butter and 3 cloves of crushed garlic until soft. Add a 1/4 cup of white wine, or beef stock if you prefer, and cook for another minute. Then pour in a cup of cream and a teaspoon of ground pepper. Lastly, and most importantly, add a tablespoon of corn flour dissolved in water. This will thicken the sauce so that it doesn't run straight off your steak. Just keep it moving. Now see how that's thickened right up?
I didn't think it'd make that big a difference.
It does, it's pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, it's quite cohesive now the way it looks. It's just all...
Yeah. And we're going to finely chop a bit of parsley to put through this. Just chop it finely.
Do it.
Yeah, get into it. That's right.
So I'm just trying to be, because I'm on TV, I'm trying to be too conservative, so...
With a name like Hackett.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Go
exactly
ahead.
how... My wife would be laughing at me just about now.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be very proud of you. Now, do you want to have a taste of this? Tell me if you think it needs any more salt or pepper.
Oh, it's beautiful. That is really, really good. Really good.
Now all that's left to do is toss the prawns back into the sauce to warm them up, stir through some chopped parsley, and we're ready to plate it up. 4 prawns each, and you've got to be fair about this, Grant.
Why can't I go in size, Julie? Look at me. I'm well over 100 kilos here. I need more.
Just like at home with my boys. They finish their dinner and go, oh, you going to eat all that, Mum? So there we go, 4 prawns and a lovely big dollop.
Be shy.
There you go. And that is my version of surf and turf.
It can be my version now too. I'm right with that.
How's that?
Perfect. Love it.
Good stuff. So I was having a chat earlier with your wife, Candice, and she tells me that one of your favourite desserts is pavlova.
Guilty. I enjoy it, but I don't make it.
Well, after the break, we're going to make one together from scratch.
Next on Home Cooked, will Grant's first pavlova ever pass the test?
3, 2, 1.
Home Cooked with Julie Goodwin, brought to you by Glad and Fountain Sauces. Next time on Home Cooked, Julie's got company, and she plans to impress with these guaranteed crowd pleasers. Sophie Faulkner drops in to lend a helping hand, and together they'll create a beautiful buffet feast. That's next time on Home Cooked.
and welcome back to Home Cooked. Today we're making all Aussie classics and I'm joined by an Aussie favourite himself, Grant Hackett. Now I'll tell you what, Grant, I went to New Zealand recently and do you know what they tried to tell me?
What are they trying to tell you?
That pavlova is a New Zealand invention.
No, they're laying claim to that? That's
Absolutely.
just wrong.
I said, next you'll be trying to claim Russell Crowe and Crowded House.
Yeah, of course I will.
But no, I'm not giving them pavlova. No way. This is an Aussie classic. And I'm going to get you to make it with me from scratch.
Absolutely. Well, you know how much I love this dessert, so
Yep.
I'm happy to, know how to make it now so I can actually, do it back to my wife. She always makes a great pavlova, so I'd love to be able to return the favour.
Good stuff. First, we're going to get you to separate 6 eggs.
6 eggs?
Have you separated eggs before?
I have.
To there for me, please.
No worries.
Now, you know if the yolk breaks, toss the whole lot into the yolk bowl.
Okay. Would you believe when I was actually swimming for breakfast, I used to have a cold breakfast before training at 5 in the morning. Then afterwards, I would have 7 eggs and 2 egg yolks. So.
Oh, why 7 eggs and 2 egg whites?
All the protein. So we're going all right here.
You're going great.
There we go. Beautiful. Okay.
So, Grant, we just need to whip the egg whites until soft peaks appear and then slowly add the caster sugar, just a little bit at a time. Really glossy, really stiff peak.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just get all that because you don't want to waste any of this delicious meringue. I should be able to hold this bowl upside down over your head
Ah, okay.
while you count to 10.
Do you reckon you can reach that high?
I reckon you might need to bend down for me or you will end up wearing it. Here we go. Okay, down you come. Ready? You're going to count to 10?
I can't believe we're doing this yet.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's meant to be 10 seconds, Grant.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Perfect.
I was actually quite worried that that was going to fall on me.
Don't be worried.
See, these are the only clothes I've got here. I've got to wear these home on a plane.
Okay, so I'm just going to sprinkle over
Yep.
a little bit of corn flour, and this is just to stabilise it. Dash of vanilla, full flavour,
Yeah.
and a little bit of vinegar.
Vinegar.
It's all about chemistry.
Okay, here you go.
And very gently just fold that through, and you want to make sure that you don't knock the air out of the eggs, so
Yeah.
you don't give it a hard time.
Okay, just
Just
take it easy.
really gently, like that. Cool.
And now the next step, we just lay it out.
Now we're going to build it.
Okay, beautiful.
So what I want you to do is spread it on here. I make a big rectangle one.
Yep.
Because that way you get more fruit on top than a little round one.
Fair enough.
And leave just a couple of centimetres at the edges, just so when it puffs up, it doesn't puff over the edge of you. So away you go.
All right.
The artistic.
Okay.
Once the mixture's spread on the tray, put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 170 degrees. Then drop the temperature to 140 degrees for about 40 minutes. Once it's cooked, prop the oven door open to let it cool. This will ensure that it cools slowly and is less likely to crack. While it's cooling, chop up all the beautiful seasonal fruit for the top. Okay,
All right.
so that's cooled down.
Nice and cool. And I can tell because you picked it up by the tray, so it has to be
That's
nice and cool. Yeah.
It's got to be cool before you put cream on or it goes all melty and quite revolting.
Yep,
so
yep.
nice and cool.
Yeah, it's got a nice meringue. Yeah, beautiful.
I'll whack this on and then you
Okay.
can start with the fruit.
Okay,
what do
no
you
problem.
think?
It's not a really hard dessert to make, is it?
It's not that hard to get it right. If you're
It's coming
happy
from you,
with
but
it.
from me, that's a different story,
No,
perhaps.
but look what you did. Look what you did. Okay. There we go. Now see how all the cracks are covered up and just looks sensational.
Well, Julie, I've got to be honest. I was a really novice chef coming into the kitchen, but I'm pretty happy with the way this is starting to turn out.
Well, I think you should be happy and we're going to have a taste to see if it stands up against your wife's.
Oh, I think we'll have to, definitely.
See if you're the new pavlova maker in the family.
Yes. I know, but it almost looks too good to eat right now, but I'll tell you what, that's an easy hurdle to get over.
Yeah, I think we should go out and have a bite.
I tell you what, Candice, you would be extremely proud of this. This is absolutely delicious.
Ah, good on you. Before I tuck into mine, there's one thing I have to do. Claim it for the Aussies.
Yeah, you've just got a bit on your nose there. Really? She looks silly.